Welcome to Bulldog News Now. I'm Dallas Barnes, and here's what you need to know. Artificial intelligence is reshaping our world, with autonomous technology leading the charge for how machines think and move and make their own decisions. BNN's Sean Travis Holden has learned more about the rapidly growing AI technology.
In a world driven by rapid innovation, the future of STEM is being shaped by a new generation of leaders, students, engineers, and creators exploring the power of autonomous technology.
Alter my perspective because it just showed the benefit of always learning. There's so much that's changing in our everyday lives that you should always just be prepared to see and be aware of. My part of STEM, which is like biological health and engineering. My father has always been an inspiration. There have been many alumni, actually, who have always been in my corner. Mr. Fagan Durant, who always stays in contact with me.
As technology continues to evolve, one thing is clear. Success in STEM isn't about just talent. It's about consistency, curiosity, and the drive to keep learning every step of the way.
Strengthen my mindset because I'm a cybersecurity major where I have a strong passion for tech. Seeing her talk about the autonomous vehicles helped me have a better mindset on how I want to be helping the field more in my workplace and how I do my cybersecurity job. Having that role model, a black lady, she was in my age at one point, helping me see really much where I could be at one day. So me seeing her shine her light want me to shine mine into the next person.
It can really work. So what they did was they started creating strategic partnerships. Why? Because Uber operates as a full-service ride-sharing company. So they're here in our neighboring cities, in our neighboring states. There's a couple of other ones that's operating in Florida also. This technology will be in South Carolina.
We're jamming out with the Office of Global Engagement with its Music Fest. Let's get the inside scoop from BNN's Shamari Blanding.
Are you looking for a way to unwind after a busy day of classes or a place to reunite with your favorite people? Come on out to the International Music Festival hosted by the Office of Global Engagement and the Department of Visual and Performing Arts. We had performances by our special guests and our concert choir. Now let's hear a few words from our attendees.
Hello, my name is Amaya Van Buren. I am a junior biology major here at South Carolina State University. Music is memories. If you think about any of the important events in your life, you can always attach a song to it, whether a song that reminds you of that particular memory or a song that was playing during that particular event.
Hi, my name is Precious Jackson. I'm a junior criminal justice and political science major. So music to me is priceless. It reminds you of people, things, places, things that you've accomplished, things that you've done. Music to me, I would say, it's another creative art form. So I write poetry, so music is literally right next to poetry. Some songs, some music or some songs that inspire me to write poetry, I use them.
Well, Bulldogs, we've heard it from our very own. Follow the Office of Global Engagement on Instagram to check out more of their events and stop by the Barbara A. Vaughn Recital Hall in the Fine Arts Building to check out more from the Visual and Performing Arts Department. Until next time, I'm Shamari Blanding with BNN.
Make sure to follow the Office of Global Engagement on Instagram for more details and information about their upcoming events. In a nation where black voices are too often silenced and overlooked, 4 extraordinary leaders rose above the injustice, determined to spark change and uplift their communities. Here's BNN's Brianna Holmes' report.
Congressman James Clyburn, Representative Hamilton Grant, North Charleston Mayor Reginald Burgess, and Orangeburg County Councilwoman Letitia Walker came down to South Carolina State University to give their insights on why it's important for young black people to use their voices to create change in the world. During the panel session, the moderator, Lillian Stevens, was giving them questions relating to what pushed them to get the leadership position that they have and what work did they do with it. They gave their views on the roles of diverse misrepresentation when working in higher positions. Councilwoman Letitia Walker says there needs to be more leaders in the world who looks like us. Representative Hamilton Grant says that they need brave people to talk about the silent things that nobody wants to talk about in the world. They spoke passionately about the experiences that have shaped their representation, sharing how perseverance, hard work, and overcoming life's toughest obstacles have propelled them into the positions that they proudly hold today. SC State alum Congressman James Clyburn shared he had lost 3 times before being elected congressman. He shared with students even after 3 losses, he never gave up, he kept trying, and encouraged students to do the same. I spoke with North Charleston Mayor Reginald Burgess on why it's important for young black people to lead a nation where they are mostly overlooked.
All I can say, if I can do it, people out there, y'all can do it a little better than I can. I came from nothing. I didn't have nothing at all, but I made myself out of something that people thought wasn't going to be nothing. That's what I can say. If I can do it, you can do it better.
This was one inspiring event that all SC State students will remember. For Bulldog News Now, I'm Brianna Holmes.
They all expressed that they would leave a legacy, that one day students would be motivated to run for the same position that they are in and lead the world for change. Founded in 1904, Alpha Kappa Psi is the oldest and largest business fraternity. BNN's Carzell Brunell talked with a member to find out why the organization is so popular on SC State's campus.
What's up everybody, it's Carzell Brunell. Today I'm here in Belcher Hall and I will be interviewing a student about a business fraternity here at SC State. So without further ado, let's get into this interview. Alright, so I'm here with
Mr. Butler.
Alright, so Mr. Butler, can you please tell us what the business fraternity is?
Yeah, so I'm part of the Alpha Kappa Psi Professional Business Fraternity, October 5th, 1904, at New York University in New York City.
Alright, so being that it was founded in New York City, how would you say that its Southern roots started?
Its Southern roots started really through just the expansion of the organization, with certain brothers being from all different parts of the country, and just really like that. Like, for example, the Capsule Salon chapter, which is a chapter here at South Carolina State, was the first chapter in South Carolina as well as the first chapter founded at HBCU.
Okay. So from your perspective, why is business important?
Business is important, to be honest. I feel like in necessarily every aspect, everything has something to do with business, no matter what field you're in, whether that's the actual business field, whether that's journalism, computer science, criminal justice. Regardless, business is always a thing. Professionalism is always going to be a part of it. And yeah, basically that's it.
All right, so lastly, how can any students on campus be involved with this fraternity?
With Alpha Kappa Psi, any student is involved. Our organization is open to every major. People that are interested in it, all you have to do is just be to come to the interest meeting, come to our rush events. We have rush events every semester, one time during the fall and one time during the spring. You have a week full of events, give you an opportunity to meet the brothers, understand what the organization is about, and see if it's something that you feel like really benefits you.
More developments in the Middle East? Here's the latest on the United States government's campaign against Iran.
The war in Iran has gone on nearly a month now. U.S. and Israeli attacks, as well as Iranian retaliation, have continued to escalate the war across the Middle East. At the same time, President Donald Trump has issued highly controversial public threats. On April 5th, he warned Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz or face attacks on power plants and bridges, using profane language online. He continued to further escalate the situation by saying Iran could be, quote, taken out in one night if they didn't comply.
The entire country could be taken out in one night, and that night might be tomorrow night.
Critics of the president have said that these statements about targeting civilian infrastructure could violate international law. On April 8th, a ceasefire in the region was finally announced. Analysts say, however, that the ceasefire terms are, quote, unclear and disputed, especially with Israel continuing operations in the region. Trump has consistently claimed that progress is being made, but messaging from the White House appears to be inconsistent and shifting.
Because my attitude is, we don't need anybody. We're the strongest nation in the world. We have the strongest military by far. So we want them to come and help us with the strait.
On April 7th, the day before the ceasefire was announced, President Trump reportedly warned that, quote, A whole civilization will die if Iran doesn't agree to terms. These comments were condemned by nearly every end of the political spectrum and raised fears of massive escalation or civilian harm. While the situation remains ongoing, one thing is clear. This conflict has not been defined by military action alone, but by the high-stakes rhetoric from the United States president, including threats of large-scale destruction. This fragile ceasefire, along with actions on the ground, along with words from leadership, are keeping the situation extremely volatile.
And the Strait of Hormuz is open for now, but these next few weeks could prove to be critical as to about bringing the situation to a halt. Bulldog Fest is underway. One of the major events is the Powder Puff football game, putting the Campus Activities Board ladies against the Student Government Association ladies. BNN's Dominic Reeves has a preview.
This week, 2 practices were held for the Powder Puff scrimmage game on April 14th that are played by girls but are coached by guys. And here are some clips. I talked to some of the athletes. I talked to some of the students. I was able to capture some footage of the practices, and here we are.
Process. We having females, we want to let them learn, you know what I'm saying? TTP. All that. Our girls, TTG, really.
Coach Kimball, how you feel about coaching Powder Puff, man?
I think we're going to have a great team. I think all the girls are locked in. I'm just happy I got a chance to have this experience, get this experience. I know these girls out here just as happy to be out here.
You got the whole middle still. Yeah. Just coaching.
The Powder Puff game is on Tuesday, April 14th at 4 p.m. at Staley Field. All are invited to watch. Speaking of football, are you ready for some SC State football? Well, this weekend, the Bulldogs are playing in their final scrimmage of the spring season. It's named the Garnet and Blue Game. It's happening on Saturday at 1 p.m. at the Oliver C. Dawson Stadium. With campaign season coming to an end, we have an insider interview with our future Campus Activities Board president. BNN's Kimora Aiken asked the candidate why she wants to serve SC State.
Who am I here with today?
My name is Caitlin Pinkley.
And what are you running for this campaign season?
I'm running to be the Campus Activities Board president for the 2026-2027 school year.
And what's your campaign all about?
My campaign is about inclusivity and transparency. I feel as though CAB hasn't been as transparent as it could be, especially with some of the complaints we've been getting. A lot of them have reasons behind them, but we aren't properly communicating that. So I feel like it kind of comes off as CAB looking slack when realistically there's a whole other thing going on. And then just inclusivity. I want us to be able to ask people what events they want to see and like artists and whatnot, and have it actually like mean something, and for them to see their input happen on campus. Because at the end of the day, if CAB is here to make events for the students should be involved in the events that we host.
Yeah, okay, I like that. And what's your campaign called?
My campaign is called CAB Case Files, #Case Clips.
Period. Okay. What event do you want to have as future CAB president?
As future CAB president, one event that I really want to have is like a really big like fair on campus. Like I want to be able to take like I'm from South Carolina, so like the South Carolina State Fair. I want to be able to take that and like make it on campus, like something really big, campus wide, like stuff everywhere happening all over the place.
Okay, cool. And do you have any future words to your new e-board?
First of all, shout out to y'all, new e-board. Love y'all down, even though I don't know who y'all are yet. But we got stuff done this past year. We're getting ready to get more done this upcoming year. I have faith in y'all. I hope y'all have faith in me, and I'm really excited to see what the year holds.
And do you have any words as the campaign season is coming to the end?
I just really want to say like good job to everybody who's been campaigning this week. Even though I wasn't able to like interact and like kind of work with y'all's campaign and whatnot on social media and in person, I really love seeing y'all, and I'm excited to see like y'all flourish, especially everyone who's been newly elected in their new positions and whatnot.
She ran unopposed, so she will be the next CAB president. Besides the scrimmage game on Saturday, there are other big things happening. The university is planning a groundbreaking for the new expansion project of the Student Center at 10 a.m. An addition of 44,000 square feet to the center will bring the total space to 78,000 square feet. And at 11 a.m., the ceremony continues with the breaking of a new 532-bed residence building. NC State's softball team will take on Maryland Eastern Shore for its senior day at 1 p.m., plus the men's tennis team will host senior day at 2 p.m. on Saturday against Coastal Carolina.
Welcome back, Bulldogs, to your weekly weather report. As always, I'm Dominic Reeves, and let's get into it. Kicking things off, we're in the high 70s Friday at 78, which is the lowest of the week, heat-wise, followed by 49 at night. Saturday, we reached the mid-80s at 85 degrees with the low of 53. Sunday, we matched the same high from Saturday with an added 55 for the low. And to start the week, Monday stands at a high of 83 and a low of 57. Followed by Tuesday, touching the high 80s at 88 and a low of 60. And hump day is the hottest, seeing that Wednesday we reached 90 degrees with it being 62 at night. Rounding out this weather report, Thursday follows suit with the same high of 90 and 1 degree off for the low at 63. Thanks for tuning in this week, Bulldogs. Until next time, I'm Dominic Reeves with BNN, signing off.
South Carolina State softball made program history Wednesday with a statement road sweep over Charleston Southern, earning 2 hard-fought wins inside CSU softball complex and snapping a 21-year drought. The Lady Bulldogs took Game 1 by a final score of 3-2. They followed it up with a 7-2 victory in Game 2 to complete the non-conference doubleheader sweep. Game 1 opened tight as a defensive battle with both teams struggled to break through early. Charleston Southern managed to apply pressure first, but South Carolina State stayed composed and responded with a timely hitting to keep the game within reach. The Lady Bulldogs finished the opener with 3 runs on 8 hits, showing patience at the plate and capitalizing on key scoring opportunities when runners was in position. South Carolina State offense included extra base production, highlighted by a double and a triple, which helped swing momentum back in their favor. Even with limited separation on the scoreboard, the Bulldogs continued to battle every inning, refusing to let the game slip away on the road. On the pitching side, Aubrey Dent delivered a strong performance in the circle, earning the win and improving her record to 3-1 on the season. The Bulldogs' defense also played a key role, limiting Charleston Southern's opportunities and holding them to just 4 hits in the game. That combination of timely offense and steady pitching allowed South Carolina State to edge out a narrow 3-2 victory to open the day. If Game 1 was about patience, Game 2 was about control and dominance. South Carolina State came out aggressive in the nightcap and immediately set the tone offensively. The Lady Bulldogs put together one of the strongest offensive performances of the season, finished with 7 runs on 12 hits. The lineup stayed active from top to bottom, constantly putting pressure on Charleston Southern's defense and forcing mistakes throughout the game. South Carolina State offense also delivered extra base production again in Game 2, including multiple doubles and a triple, helping extend the innings and bring runners home in key moments. Once the offense built momentum, the pitching staff and defense locked in and shut things down. South Carolina State limited Charleston Southern to just 2 runs in the game. By the end of the doubleheader, South Carolina State walked away with a clean sweep, winning 3-2 and 7-2 and making a major program statement on the road. The sweep also marks the program's first win over Charleston Southern since April 19, 2005, adding historical weight to an already impressive performance. RJ Stedman, South Carolina State Athletics.
And now here's what's trending. Makers of the chocolate candy Kit Kat are guarding their product closely tonight. This comes after over 410,000 pieces of the candy were stolen in Europe. The candy of interest is a special edition Formula One product that's shaped like a car. This may sound like a fictional story, but reliable sources are reporting this information. The truck and the candies are still missing after individuals posing as law enforcement intercepted it. The company expects the milk chocolate will soon be sold on the black market and have set up a Kit Kat tracker site to help find the stolen cargo. Critics are wondering if this was a marketing ploy to get people talking, and the truth is, we may never know. Well, I'm Dallas Barnes, and that's all you need to know this week. Tune in next week to BNN and enjoy the rest of your day.